passionate about Cleveland sports.
He's going in! Touchdown!
Browns, Indians, Cavs, the Big Ten, and more.
Cleveland is a city of champions once again!
Andy and Jarid, Cleveland and beyond.
Swing it line! To deep right!
Here are your hosts, Andy Billman and Jarid Watson.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Andy and Jarid, Cleveland and Beyond. He's Andy Billman. I'm Jarid Watson. And today it's the Beyond portion. Hopefully not too far beyond the Cleveland Browns in the near future. But right now we're going to do a quick Super Bowl preview and talk about how Andy and I are going to have a little fun throughout the Super Bowl as well, since, of course, our team is not there. It's become just a regular sighting now to have the New England Patriots, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and Mr. Kraft at the Super Bowl, and then it's them basically against whoever else, whoever the NFC sends. And this year is no different. They'll be taking on the Los Angeles Rams, who haven't been to the Super Bowl in a long time
since the Patriots' first win. It's been since then when they lost their first. When the Rams came back with the greatest show on turf, and they lost to the Patriots. It was Kurt Warner's second chance to win a Super Bowl. It didn't happen. Great Super Bowl game, and we're going to go through all sorts. We're going to go do a quick preview of the game, because everybody can go to any different station and get the same thing. We'll give our thoughts. We'll do some prop bets. But first, we want to point out one of our partners, Thrive Fantasy. If you go on to the CLE and Beyond link on the Twitter page, go there. You can click on a link. You can play Thrive. We're going to go through some of the prop bets. But first, let's hear a little bit more about Thrive.
Hey, everyone. This is Adam Weinstein, the founder and CEO of Thrive Fantasy. For everybody who doesn't know, we're a new daily fantasy sports platform for prop bets. So definitely would love for you guys to check it out. We actually have a $10,000 guaranteed prize pool for NFL Super Bowl on Sunday. So we definitely have a lot of value and opportunity for you to make some money. Check out our deposit bonuses and matches via Celtics Pulse, and we'd love to see you on our app.
And again, Thrive's a fun website. We're going to go through that here in a minute. But let's go to the game first, Jarid. You know, most reactions and most people I'm hearing are picking the Pats. I think that's a safe pick. What's fascinating is these two teams are coming in reverse for what they did almost 20 years ago now. When the Pats were coming up, it was the new quarterback, Tom Brady, a coach who had a veteran presence, but really did not have any big success in the big stage, and Bill Belichick, but really had a lot. I would say Bill going in that Super Bowl against the Rams, the greatest show on turf, Bill was trying to read back his reputation. In this case here at the Rams, McVay has a huge, is really a popular coach, really became the hot name in the last year with his assistants being picked up and hired everywhere else. And, you know, Jarid, it's been interesting. The Rams have really come in a short period of time into a big force in the league. And, you know, it's hard to compare. Like, even the Patriots comparison is not even fair. The Rams have really become the league standard. Really fun, really fast. And then you got the old alums in the Pats who it's the same names, Brady, Belichick, throw in Gronk. Gronk's been playing for a long time now. So, you know, you kind of got that going for you. I think some people are a little jazzed out by the Pats, which is I am too. It's been a long, 19, 20-year run with the Pats. So you're kind of exhausted by them. But you said it perfectly. Here they are again, ready to play in the big stage.
Here's what I'm thinking about in regard to this game and the way that the Patriots got there is we talk about the Rams being fast. Well, you know what? So's Kansas City, right? They're fast. What do we notice though about the teams that get to the end here is we're noticing that you have to have a run game. No matter how fast you play and no matter how quickly you can score, you have to have a run game because you have to be able to slow down that clock or run time off that clock and take possessions away from those fast teams. That's exactly what New England did with the Chiefs, and that's precisely what they're going to try to do against the Rams. Now, are they going to be able to do that? I don't know, because we're going to talk about offensively. This is not the same New England juggernaut offensively that they have been in the past, but they somehow have gotten there because of both the skill of Tom Brady, him not being afraid to check down and put the ball in hands and get them yards after catch, finding Gronk at certain times. A lot of Edelman across the middle has worked out for them. And the run game, though, is what the Rams want to stop if they're going to be able to win this game. That's what they're zeroing in on. That's what I see as being the thing that they need to do. I just don't know that they can, because, of course, we know that the Patriots, their run game, you've got another kid from Georgia, and that has seemed to work. That has seemed to work for that team when you didn't think they would even get there this year, but maybe 7 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think again, well said what you brought up there. Gurley needs to bounce back off. He did not play well against New Orleans. I thought the Rams really showed a lot of guts in that game because, again, the Rams came out of the gates blaring. It was a loud stadium, and Goff and really McVay did a nice job of calming the game down, getting themselves back in the game. Yes, they had a call go their way, but they made their own breaks too. And the kid made big field goals, and here they are. I'm not going to do a big superlative here or a big, here's why I think they win. I would stay away from this game. I think it's a very tough game to call. It's a 3-point line. I just feel like it's time for a new team. I do like the Rams in this game. I think they're going to win it outright. I would take the 3 points and run with it, but I don't love it. I don't love it. But I do think the Rams, it's their turn. I just think the Pats played the right teams at the right moments in the playoffs, Jared. I was not impressed with the Chargers at all after the Ravens game. And the Chiefs had a big spot at home with a lot of nerves in their back. I think the Patriots took advantage of that. I think this is different. I don't think McVay's going to be nervous. I don't think Goff's going to be nervous. I think there'll be moments where the Patriots will do their thing and they'll look great. The Patriots won't get blown out. But I think the Rams will make enough plays. I think Goff does special things, and I think they win by a field goal kick at the end. I think the kid made big kicks in New Orleans. I think he'll make big kicks here in Atlanta, and I think they win 27-24. I would take the Rams in this game, but I don't love it. I would take the Rams in this game. I just think it's their turn. And I think Gurley will bounce back. I think Gurley will have a nice game. I don't think he'll play big, but I think he'll have a nice game.
See, I don't know that I feel the same way in the fact that I believe that it's going to be a close game. There might be some back and forth, but I still think that if I was forced to bet directly on the game, it would still be hard for me to take the Patriots giving up with the 3 points, because
I know.
I think they win, but it might be another last minute Brady drive.
Yeah.
And that's how I see that coming out. But that's all going to come down to whether they can control the clock.
Yep.
That really is going to be what it is. If they can control the clock, and then I'm gonna assume that the Patriots end up with the ball with a minute to go, and the last chance to either kick a field goal or score a touchdown to win that game. And I would not necessarily take them minus those 3 points.
All right. Last thing here, if we're getting to prop bets, any chance this game's a blowout? I say no.
Ooh, if it is a blowout, who's it gonna be? Is it in the Rams' favor or the Patriots' favor?
I feel
like if it is,
the Rams. Yeah, I think the Rams blow out the Pats.
I don't. I think the Pats blow out the Rams if there is a chance of a blowout.
We'll see. The talent level is so high in the Rams, but mentality-wise, it's certainly in the Patriots' favor. I would have felt so differently before the kickoff of the Rams-Saints game. I would have been like, oh, the Pats beat the Rams. After watching what the Rams did, though, I think I would take the Rams. I just think that they are poised. They're ready. I think this McVay stuff's real. I don't think it's fluff. I think he's a big-time coach. I do. I've been really impressed with what I've seen early. Now, again, Pat's winning wouldn't shock anybody. Would not shock me. But,
no, exactly.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that. I will say this, though, and then if you want to add anything, you can. I do think, win or lose, the Pats win or lose, I do think this is it. I don't think they're going to make another Super Bowl run. I think they might make a playoff run. I think they might be in the playoffs again, but I think this is it.
I can't shut them out of the playoff run or Super Bowl talks for the next 3 years, because we all know Tom Brady is not. He's 42 and he plans on retiring at 45. So I'm going to say for 3 more years they're going to be in the mix. They're going to.
I think they're in the mix. I don't think they make the Super Bowl again. I think this is it.
I also have to say that I really do think that the way that the Rams won that game against the Saints and that they come into this Super Bowl, I think part of that is going to affect them slightly, and possibly mentally a little bit. And I also think that the way Todd Gurley had disappeared in that Saints game,
played poorly. Did not play well.
That also could end up being an issue that carries over into this week. I don't know, Andy. I know we talk about the talent on the field, but mentality, the mentality is it's one. Yeah.
And then, by the way, I don't underrate that. I don't underrate that.
They know what it's like to walk into that media day. They know what it's like to walk into. I mean,
Jared, I know. I just was impressed by the Rams. I didn't think they played their best game, and they still won in New Orleans. And I thought that was impressive. I would
also say if the Rams are down early, I don't think that they come back as easily as if the Patriots are down early.
Oh, I agree. By the way, I think you're right. Okay, here's something I do agree with. Yep. The Rams can't get behind this game. I think that's going to be tough sledding. Rams need to be up in this game. They need to stay up ahead and keep ahead. Here's a few prop bets that I like. Ready for this? I'll give you some goofy ones and some fun ones, and we'll end on Thrive.
Okay.
Coin toss. Both teams are at 120. So you bet 120 to win 100. Heads and tails same. Winner of the coin toss same. So those are kind of goofy ones, right? But let me get to some fun ones. There's some. Where's the one I saw here? Will the total number of points be exactly 53? If you bet, listen to this. If you bet 100, you win 2,500. It's pretty good. Will Tom Brady announce his retirement? If yes, you bet 100 to win 500. I say there's no way you bet that, right? No way.
No, not a chance. No. It's easy money. It's easy money on the no. I mean, he's already said what he's going to.
Right. And by the way, they don't give you a no. You can only bet yes. I do like. And by the way, that's is
dumb money that you're throwing money away, literally.
And by the way, this is during the post game. I kind of like the second one now. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Not during the post game. This is going to be any time after the game. Gronkowski announces his retirement. Ooh, 360 for 100. Not bad.
Not bad. That's a possibility. I still don't think that's happening either.
No, I don't either. But I like that one. I don't think that one's crazy. This one, that's enticing. Now this one has to be during the broadcast, and this is crazy. Don't do this. 100. If you bet 100, you win 1,300. But what's the key question? What are you betting? Will Bill Belichick announce his retirement? I would not. You're throwing your money away. I like this one. This one's a favorite for anybody out there. First, okay, color of Gatorade to be poured on a game-winning coach. Color of Gatorade. Choices
if it's the Patriots, it's got to be the standard lime green, right? There's
right.
Nothing special about
that's bet 100, you get 195 back. Orange is 295. Blue is 340. I've seen a lot of blue this year. Blue. I think red's out.
There has been a lot of
blue. God, can you imagine we're breaking this down? Red is 475. Purple 1,100 to bet 100.
Big money there.
That's big money there. Here's the line I love too. Tony Romo's color tie during the game. I can't. Now I'm tongue tied. What Romo's tie will be what color?
Well, what do we have salmon or pink at right now?
630. Bet 100 win 630.
I think
Brown's 1,000, by the way. And you can't take. No way. I think he wears the standard blue. I think it's 125. You bet 100, you get 125 back.
Really? I think he's going to go with the pink or salmon.
Listen to this. I love this. This is great. Romo's tie will be a solid color. See, I think it won't be.
I think it'll be a tight checkered pattern.
Okay.
Tight checkers. So
we both say no. To bet, you have to bet 220 to win 100. It's minus 220.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine if you bet a solid color? Oh, this is great. You want to do a few more? Just fun.
Yeah, let's do a couple more.
Let's do a couple more. All right. Here's another fun one. Winning team will visit the White House. This is tricky because people have to remember Kraft is a big supporter of Trump. So if they win, they are going to the White House.
Oh, that's a guarantee. And the other thing is they're not feather rufflers. They
That's
don't
right.
they don't take it's just they just don't do that.
Right now, I don't know what the Rams would do, but to bet to win 100, you have to bet 590 for yes. For no, if you only bet 100, you can win 345.
Well,
I think that's the one. If you have money to spend, I would bet 590 to win 100.
that they would go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that vibe out of the Rams. Do you? That they wouldn't go?
See, I don't know the owner enough to like. I know. I don't know. See, I don't know what his political stances are. I don't know. This is great.
We really want to break down too much of that.
No, agreed. Okay. We'll do 2 or 3 more.
Yep.
Will Andre 3000 join Big Boy? I'm such a loser. I don't know who these people are.
Big
I know
Boy?
Big Boy.
So will Andre 3000, because Big Boy's going to be there, and he is one of the members of Outkast.
I'm such
Andre
a loser.
3000 is the
Big
other
Boy.
member of Outkast.
I'm a cool guy. I swear I'm a cool guy. I don't know who these people are. I know Andre 3000. I know who he is. I don't know Big Boy. Sorry. Will he join him on stage? If it's yes, bet 100 to win 350. If it's no, you gotta bet 600 to win 100.
I would think I would go with the no on that one, because I think Andre 3000 is going to be like most other. So here's the only reason that he would only join them if I wonder if they have this one going. Are they asking? Is there a prop bet for whether Maroon 5 and Big Boy will kneel at the end of their performance?
No, but here's something they do.
Because that's one hell of a prop bet if they had that.
It is. Well, here's one that they do have, and this one's tight. Will Adam Levine wear a leather jacket?
Indoors, no, it's not happening. I don't think so.
No. If you bet 100, you win 125 back. If you say yes, you got to bet 175 to get 100.
Yes. See, I just don't see him. No, I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
I don't think not at this one down in Atlanta. There's no reason for him to do it. No.
Okay.
No.
I got one more for you.
Yep.
Will Sean McVay be tackled to the ground by Get Back coach Ted Rat during the game? If you bet 100, you can win 1,600 on that. I think
there's something cute about what those guys are doing out there.
Yeah.
I got a kick out of watching them.
Oh, okay. I got a few more. We're gonna do a few more. What coach will be shown first during the game? Belichick or McVay? During the anthem. During the anthem.
Belichick.
Belichick bet 100 to bet 135 to win 100. McVay's 105.
I gotta ask you.
Goff or Brady? Brady's gonna be shown first, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you can bet 100 and win 115 with Goff. It's 160 for 100 for Brady, so you got about 160 to win that. Okay, any players to take a knee during the anthem?
No, I don't think that there's going to be any players taking a knee. Not during.
No, I don't think so.
I doubt it.
That's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. The bet 110 to win 100 and bet 130 no for 100. So those are your prop bets. Let's go to Thrive real fast.
Well, before Andy, I don't mean to jump in, but before we do, I have to mention that from 2011 to 2014, I was a member of the Air Force Thunderbirds. And I had the opportunity to be a part of 3 flyovers for the Daytona 500, flyovers for the races in Las Vegas, and air shows across the country for 3 years in the back seat of those beautiful red, white, and blue F-16s, on the roof of Citi Field, you name it, and on the field at Yankee Stadium. And being a part of that, I just want to remind everybody that to watch for that flyover at the end of the national anthem. We all know it's indoors, but the Thunderbirds are still doing the flyover. And the reason that that's done is because it just gets eyes on the Air Force in a different way to a different audience that normally would get that attention. And it's something that I absolutely love watching prior to any big event. And so I'm giving them a shout out for a safe flight, and I hope that they nail their time on target. There's a lot of coordination with Gladys Knight and how she's going to finish the national anthem, so that there's guys on radio and up to the jets and making all that work. And CBS really did a nice job covering some of that stuff on Saturday, if you listen to this on Sunday, so Saturday prior. So watch out for that. The Air Force Thunderbirds, shout out to those guys.
Very
That's
cool
all.
stuff. Very, very,
That's all.
very cool
Had to
stuff.
say it.
No. Very cool stuff. If you go on to our Twitter handle, you can click on the Thrive link. Here's how it works for the Super Bowl. You bet $50 and you win some sort of money pool depending on how you do overall, and you bet for points. Let's go through some of them. You have to bet 10 of them, I believe. Yes, 10. So you have to bet 10 of these. I think there's a choice of 20. So I'll just go through some of the ones I like here and to help you guys out. Please do it. It's a lot of fun. Jared and I have been looking through a lot of the stuff already.
We said we were going to have them bet, but I think that we're being a little more particular and taking time because we didn't really have the time yet to go through these and make our own bets like we want to. So just for full transparency,
right.
We haven't made our bets yet.
No. All right, real quick. 285 total yards, 285.5 over or under for Brady.
Oh boy, if it's over, I don't know that that's a good sign for them. I'm going to say, that's a tough number, huh?
I know, it's right there. It's right
No,
there.
I'm going to say he's there at 275. I'm going to take the under on that one.
I say under too. Total completions 26.5. I say under.
That's an under as well. Yep, that's the under. I'll take that.
Brady touchdowns 1.5.
I'm going to take the over. Well, I'm going to take the over.
I'm going to take the over too. Even in a loss, I think he does that. Michelle, total yards 80.5.
Yeah, because I think he's going to need at least 85 for them to win that game, and I think they win. So, yeah, I'll take the over.
I still think they lose, but the Rams haven't stopped anybody on the ground all year. 80.5. Actually, I'll go under, but I could see that. I don't like that one as much as the others. 0.5. So Michelle says got to score one touchdown to in the game. 0.5. Does he score a touchdown or not in the game, Michelle?
Yeah, absolutely he does.
I think so too. I would take the over there.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman, boy, this is tough. 75.
I take the under. I take the under because they're not the way that they're running him across the middle. He's catching the ball and he's going straight to the ground. They're quick bang plays. I think Edelman gets a bunch of those, but I don't know that he goes over 75 yards.
I would stay away from this, but I would take the over, but I'd stay away from it. I like this next one. I would take the over here. I think Edelman gets a lot of passes in this
Edelman's going to get at least 8 receptions.
Yeah, I agree. I would take the over there.
So there's 6.5 on this.
Just 6.5 on that. Sorry, I didn't preface that. Gronkowski, 40. Boy, he's got to get 50 yards or more in this game. Boy, what would I do? Oh man.
I'd take the over on that too. Because you're talking about Gronk on the sidelines, 20-yard gains. That's what I'm looking
surprised. At. I'm surprised I'm saying this. I think under. I think under.
Okay.
I think under. I think he looks really old. I just think he looks really
he's still
old.
making the catches that need to be made.
I know. I don't know enough about Philip Dorsett. One touchdown this game. I'd say no, but in the Super Bowl, weird things happen. I'm telling you, Super Bowl weird things happen.
Yeah, because it's anyone. Everyone needs to show up, and you don't know who it's going to be. Yep.
Yeah. James White getting over 72 yards. That's probably a plus. I would say yes, but I don't love it. I would say yes, 72.5 total yards rushing and receiving. Because I say yes, but I don't love it. I'd say yes.
I'm staying away from that one.
Yeah,
I would say no, but I'm going to stay away from it.
Jared Goff over. I think this is over. 277. I think it's over. I think Jared Goff has a big day.
Ooh.
277.5. I say yes. I think this would be one of the ones I'm
going to say yes too, only because I think that he's going to have to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
I still, again, I really don't know where, how this is going to look with Todd Gurley and with their game.
Does Jared Goff get 23 plus completions in the game?
Yep.
I think so too. Interceptions, I say over. I think he'll have one pick in this game.
He's definitely going to have at least one pick. Yes. I will take the run. It's a half. Yep. The bet is a half.
And by the way, that doesn't affect Jared Goff. So I wouldn't put that. That's going to be his day. Boy, I would stay so far away from Gurley in this game, but they have him listed here. I'll take the over. I think it's one bad game he had against the Saints. I think Gurley is the guy. I think Gurley bounces back. I say over in yards. Our yards is 56.5. I say over in touchdowns. I think he'll have a touchdown this game. I say over both times for Gurley, so I believe in Gurley.
I think that Gurley will have a touchdown, but I do realize that they're not going to be afraid to stop going to him if it's not working out.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, if he 30 yards, maybe. I mean, that's a possibility.
I know. I just believe in Gurley, so I'm strong on that. That's another one I'm strong on. Brandon Cooks, I think this is under. It's 72.5 total yards. Usually the Patriots do a great job. They did it in the last game with the Chiefs, I think, and stopping Tyreek Hill. I think it's the same thing here. I think they stop Cooks. I don't think he has a big day, so I think it's under here, 72.5 total yards for Brandon Cook here, receiving yards, I should say. But I think it's under.
I think I'm going to say that it might be the over here, especially if we're talking about Jared Goff getting, upwards of 300 yards. But it's only going to happen if there's if they link up on a big play.
Yep. Robert Woods total catches has to be 6 or above. I would say under here too. I would say I don't see him getting more than that. The Pats do a pretty good job of making you spread the ball out. So I say under.
Yep, agreed. I'll take the under on that one as well.
Josh Reynolds, again, this is a goofy bet. People need to realize guys in Super Bowl sometimes out of nowhere make. Phil McConkey had a big Super Bowl one year for the Giants as an example.
Right.
Some of these guys out of nowhere. Josh Reynolds is one of those guys here. I would stay so far away from this, but hey, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Josh Reynolds compared to these other guys. So I'd say under. He's not going to score a touchdown, but again, be buyer beware if you say over under because usually guys like this.
I think I'd have to take the over on this one if I was going to bet it.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I don't know enough about that pick to
But again, in Super Bowls, guys like this, it's sneaky. It's sneaky, and it's a Pats, so they're going to make you spread the ball around. That's a sneaky bet if you're taking the under.
Yep.
C.J. Anderson, I would stay far away from this. Rushing or receiving yards, 52.5. I say no way. I say the under here. It's amazing. The over is a favorite, but I don't think so in this game.
Agreed. I'm going to go with the under on that one as well.
And then final total points from the kicker. And he's a big-time kicker. I would take the over here at 7.5. So you're saying 2 field goals and a couple extra points. I think that happens.
I'm saying he might only be kicking field goals, and I'm thinking 3 or 4, and that's a possibility here. So I'd go with the over.
Yep. All right, so go on Thrive. You go on our Twitter account for that. I like the Rams tonight. We went through all those prop bets. Enjoy the game. Super Bowl. Hopefully the Super Bowl is close, and we'll digest that and more things next week. But again, Thrive. Go on our Twitter handle link, and you can click on that and have fun with that stuff.
All right. With that said, don't forget we're a part of the Pulse Podcast Network. You can follow them on Twitter at Pulse Podcast Network, or download the Pulse Podcast Network app on your phone, either iPhone or Android device. Check our website out, andyandjared.net or clevelandandbeyond.com for all of our podcasts. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, it's CLE and Beyond is the Twitter handle, at CLE and Beyond. The Facebook page is facebook.com/Cleveland and Beyond. Also, find us on email, andyandjared@gmail.com. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, and I'll wrap it up. After we get off here, you're going to be listening to the Thrive company and their CEO. They give a lot of great information about what they're doing here. So please stay tuned for that. Be up for more stuff. We'll be probably tweeting throughout the game. Enjoy the game, everybody. Coming up next now is the Thrive CEO. Stay tuned for that.
Hi guys, so I'm here with Adam Weinstein, the CEO of Thrive Fantasy, one of our sponsors. He's joined us for the next 15 minutes to talk about the Super Bowl and his new app launch for his fantasy betting app, which also has in-game prop bets, if I'm correct. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, thanks for having me. Yeah, essentially, we're a new daily fantasy sports platform whose game concept revolves around prop bets. So very new, very fun.
Yeah, so I've checked it out. A few guys on our network have got an account with you as well. They've been having mad fun using it. How's it going for your first few months of business?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys taking a look. It seems that a lot of our users are having a really good time on it. We launched about 9 months ago for MLB opening day. we're definitely growing pretty fast. We're actually doing about $60,000 a month in handle. So a lot of money to be had. We're doing NBA nightly, and then obviously the big game on Sunday. We have over $15,000 up for grabs.
That sounds awesome. So is that like extra bank for the Super Bowls? We promoting the Super Bowl game, trying to get in new customers.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, that's the biggest sporting event in the world every year. So our main contest is $50 to enter with $10,000 guaranteed, $2,000 to first, $1,000 to second. So right now there's only like 15 or 20 people signed up. So definitely take advantage. We don't have these massive user bases. So there might be a lot of money that is considered overlay, where it gives the user a better chance at winning a good amount of money.
And guys, if you sign up using one of the Pulse promo codes in any Twitter bio of our podcast, you'll get double your first deposit as well. So it's going to be making it even easier for you to make some money. So moving on to the Super Bowl, Tim, this is your forte.
Oh, definitely. Definitely looking forward to this game. Interesting thing for me is with the whole prop bet aspect, it's really offering a completely different dimension that you don't get with other online gambling apps such as FanDuel or even Yahoo Fantasy, correct?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We wanted to completely stray away from that. We like to consider those guys as like fantasy fatigue, right? Everything FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, it's draft one quarterback, two running backs, or one point guard, one shooting guard, one small forward. Every night you have to do hours of research drafting or researching every player on every team. It gets really tedious, hours of research, and then most of the time you don't even come close to cashing. So what we've done is completely changed it. We ask you about 20 prop bets, LeBron James over under 25 points tonight, or Tom Brady over 300 passing yards. We give you a list of 20 of these, and you pick 10. So definitely a more pick up and play type of feel, and really easy, and gives the casual fan a much higher chance at consistently competing.
That's pretty interesting, especially since I'm kind of one of those guys who, after fantasy football is kind of wrapped up for the year, you get like those free offers from Yahoo. But this is actually something I might be interested in doing, especially for Super Bowl Sunday. So I definitely will keep that in mind. Now, with the 2.5 point, I think last time I heard was New England was about 2.5 point favorites. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
How does that impacted your overall setup for Super Bowl? If you're able to talk about it, if not, that's cool.
Yeah, sure. So honestly, it doesn't really impact us. For us, we don't do really team stats or team like over-unders. It has to do with specific players and a specific stat. So obviously, if it's like a 10-point favorite or what have you, that affects over-unders. But this game is considered to be a really close matchup. It even started as a pick'em, so that obviously means that the public is trending towards New England. But we're just looking forward to hopefully a really good game.
Have you picked any props? Are you allowed to say?
Well, I can't play on our app. That would be definitely illegal, considering the fact that I can see everybody's picks. But I used to dabble in prop bets all the time. I really find them to be the new fun experience and sweat, because it comes down to the wire almost all the time. But I know Vegas has thousands of prop bets for the Super Bowl, whether it's what color the Gatorade is going to be spilt on the head coach, or how long the national anthem is going to be. So those are just intriguing ones that are fun. And yeah, it's always a good time to check those.
Yeah, definitely. I know my dad's work's running something similar like that, with like what's the final score going to be, what's the over under for combined points, everything down to even the coin flip. So yeah, I mean, definitely prop bets seem like a really cool, interesting thing, and it's awesome that Thrive Fantasy is a new app that is offering that. Definitely something I'm going to be interested in looking into.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Again, we're definitely in our infancy. This is our first year doing, whether it's NFL or Super Bowl, but we're growing pretty drastically. I remember when we launched for opening day, we had our biggest contest was like $300 guaranteed. And now nightly we're doing over 1,000, 1,500 guaranteed. So slowly but surely, and anyone who brings their friends over, if you just let us know, we're very active on social, specifically Twitter. Let us know that you brought on, hey, I brought on my friend John. His username is X, Y, and Z. You actually get a $10 referral credit if they end up making a deposit. So a lot of money to be had, a lot of different ways to engage with us.
And what other sports do you cover?
Yeah, so we're doing NFL, MLB, and NBA. We're actually in the midst of raising money to get PGA, MMA, and then ultimately esports. So if anyone obviously knows, fantasy football is king in terms of engagement. But once NFL is done, we don't want to be like more seasonal. We want to have routine contests and tournaments every week.
Okay, and for the English listeners, will you be having soccer at any point?
Yeah, so it's funny because we launched right before World Cup. We have had some requests. I'm not opposed to it. The only problem with soccer is that there are not that many different statistics that people really care about. I guess it would be goals, assists, and saves.
Yeah, and clean sheets too, I bet.
Yeah, that's valid, and even tackles. But I don't know how many people really are glued to their TV, making sure that their guy is getting that certain amount of tackles. But I'm not opposed to it by any means. If you say, hey, I got 500 guys who are down to play soccer on a daily basis, I'd be happy to create that for you.
Well, that's my demographic at the moment, so I could always try and put the feelers out for you.
Love it.
No, but it's awesome. It's just good for everybody to know that it's not just going to be NFL. You've got the NBA, the MLB. Between those three, you should be covered most of the year. And
for
then
sure.
if you're adding PGA and MMA as well, then it's just a growing platform, guys. And if you get in early, then you're going to get the hang of what you're doing more, which gives you an advantage as the platform grows. That's
exactly right. And we don't have that many sharks. So the biggest pain point in daily fantasy on the traditional sites is that about 2% of users win over 90% of the money. They have all these algorithms that are just optimizing their lineups, right? So on ours, yeah, we do have a couple of players who are pretty good, but by no means are you going to get waxed every night. That's not what we're seeing on our site.
And is your platform optimized for worldwide, so different currencies can deposit into dollars and then withdraw and be converted back out?
So we're only in US and Canada right now. With that said, we definitely will look into expanding. But right now we're definitely just looking to dominate this.
No, that's cool. I mean, you've got to put yourself big in one market before you start looking to expand too rapidly.
Exactly. Yeah, you definitely don't want to have too many verticals going at the same time. It's not something where you can really focus if you have so many things going on at once.
And what about the last question I've got, which I'm sure some other people will be thinking who haven't checked out the app yet, is what sort of stakes do you start from? Do you have like $1 games moving up to 150s or?
Sure. Yeah, so we start with $2 is our minimum. We have $2, $5, $10, $20, all the way up to a $500 heads up that is pretty much filling every night. So if you want to start off small, get your feet wet, get really the hang of this, by all means, we'd love to have you. And then if you want to play big, we definitely have those bigger types of players as well.
So guys, you've heard it here. There's a new platform, Thrive Fantasy. You can check out any of the links on any of our podcasts to get a W deposit code. Just get in there, start playing, grow, and then you could be one of the sharks before this gets too big, and you can be the guys making that real money. Adam, it's been great having you on, and obviously we're going to hopefully get the Super Bowl out the way. You're going to have loads of good interest there, and then you can start looking forward to the NBA Finals. Will you be covering the All-Star game?
We could theoretically. We didn't do it for the Pro Bowl, and I'm happy we didn't because
it's the Pro Bowl.
Horrible. It was just horrible by pretty much every aspect. But yeah, NBA All-Star Game. We should have something definitely for MLB as well. So
okay, awesome. So guys, the link's in every bio, and then if you've got any more questions, just hit up Thrive Fantasy on Twitter, or you can contact the Pulse Podcast Network and we can give you any details you need.
Really excited to be a part of this new thing with Thrive and getting that going. So don't forget, sign up and get your account today. This is Andy and Jared, Cleveland and Beyond. He's Andy Billman. I'm Jared Watson, and take care. Thanks for tuning in. Talk again soon.